do a good job with
Okay.
it, but if you need and all athletes, coaches, and spectators of NAIA champions of character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. At this time, we would ask that you all please rise and remove your hats for a prayer to be followed by the play of our national anthem. Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Please grant all athletes, coaches, fans, and officials the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes and ask that you protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you today in all we do, on and off the mat, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's wrestlers. At 103 pounds, Moore Baker, number 20, 23, Veronica Green. And for Central Methodist, Gabriela Cedeno. At 110, for Baker, Kinsey Rogers. And for Central Methodist, 13th ranked Tony Avellino. At 117, for Baker, Sophia Castillo. And for Central Methodist, 17th ranked Victoria Nunez.
Yeah, I think so.
At 124, for Baker,
Do we have
Zoe Freeman. Central Methodist, 18th ranked Allison Ryan. At 131 pounds, for Baker, Zoe Kessler. And for your Eagles, Berlin Kiddu. At 138 pounds, for Baker, Jade Martin. And for Central Methodist, 11th ranked William Goff. For the Wildcats, at 145, 15th ranked McKenna Altham. And for CMU, Ina Himmel. At 160, for Baker, Liz Cole. And for Central Methodist, Emma Cole. At 180, for Baker, 19th ranked Nevaeh Wardlow. And for Central Methodist, Grace Timmons. And at 207, for Baker, number 16th ranked Jacqueline Daly. And for CMU, Christina Page. The Wildcats are led by Coach Kit Harris, assisted by Jimmy May, Andrew Morgan, and Alexa Fortuna. The Eagles led by head coach Tim Prescott. He's assisted by Andrea Montoya and Christian Knight. And now, ladies and gentlemen, special introduction. We'd like to introduce our honorary captain for tonight's duel, Ronan Prescott. Sam CMU and assistant coach Tim Prescott.
And hi there, folks. After that missed handshake, we will begin the duel between the Central Methodist Eagles and the Baker Wildcats. My name is Cameron Cornman, and after a brief way away, I come back to you. This is my buddy,
Gavin Chels.
Yes, sir. And here we go. We will be doing the commentating for tonight. Starting off with a pretty solid team. We got the CMU Eagles. I believe we'll be starting out with, I think our 103s. Yeah. Then for those of you who may be new to this, we will be running off of freestyle rules. A takedown will be 2 points. A reversal will be 1. A exposure from the ground will be 2. An exposure from the feet will be 4. And if we get lucky, we might see a suplex will be 5. Tech is 10-0. Here we go. First match.
Strong hand fighting here as they come out off the whistle. Caliendo working that 2-on-1 there. Level change from Ciendo.
We're about a minute underway. I'm seeing, we got a sweep single out of Gabby. Here we go. Results in a front head. But that's kind of going to be the strat from the Eagle tonight, is kind of getting a righty collar tie, looking to work on the head, get her to pull. She does this kind of patented shaking of the head. It kind of reminds me of like a Rottweiler when it's got a hold of your arm. It's like, rawr. And then she's going to be looking for that righty sweep single over there. Oh, deep shot, and head on the mat. All right, let's get our hands locked. We're going to think about it. We're sitting our hips under us, Good job. Baker's kind of dragging us out, which you hate to see, but there you go. You get that knee
elbow
in, you kind of
down.
bury that elbow to the mat. I'm confused on what just happened there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that stoppage, but
you know what?
Back to neutral here.
Everybody's got to learn somewhere it happens. Another shot. Oh. You don't see, Gavin, you don't want to leave your head up like that when you take a shot, because it kind of leaves you open for that head and arm moment there. It's an uncomfortable position.
Very dangerous head throw from Veronica Green, potentially.
Yes.
We're going to get action here as they restart.
Got a lot of pushing and pulling. Good to see. Oh, there's another
Another
diving shot.
Got to get our hips under here.
Baker staying in front head. Kind of goes to almost look for like a whip over pancake attempt there. We didn't see that completed, but now she's back to that front head. Kind of looks like she's choking our wrestler just a tad, but nope, she lets her go. Gabby's hanging on for dear life. We've got 10 seconds here. 10 seconds. Oh, the hand got cleared. That'll be the first takedown of the match right at the end of the first period.
And with that activity point for Baker, she's going to go into the second period up 3-0 for Veronica Green.
You love to see that fight out of our Eagle, hanging on. It's tough on those last 10-second exchanges. They can be critical, but this is the 30-second break. Get a chance to regroup, get some good strategy from the coaches, figure out what your next move is going to be. What would you like to see out of Gabby there, Gavin, in order to kind of turn the tide of this match in her favor?
I think we got to use our fakes instead of just diving in on a shot. We got to use our fakes to set up a different shot, keep our head and hips up, and in order to finish here.
I like it. Hearing some encouragement out of the Eagles sideline. Always good from a home crowd to be chatting.
Absolutely. We got a packed crowd here for the whiteout event.
Absolutely wall to wall.
Maybe a drag attempt by Ciendo there.
Yeah, it appears a lot of elbows and kind of hanging on that wrist. Here comes that patented shake. Yep. Here you go, that righty collar tie. Nice heavy feet. So when she's dragging her back, I'm noticing Baker Girl kind of does like a 3-step recovery step where she goes right foot, left foot, and then right foot again. It'd be nice to see if maybe we could kind of double off on that. Yeah, right there. There it is again. It's like a reset that she does. So it'd be nice to see if we could kind of pull her into that last step and capitalize on it. Oh, don't do that. We're nearing the halfway point of the second period now. Folks, freestyle is only 2 3-minute periods, so we kind of need to see wrestler step on it here. Good hand fighting out of Baker, honestly. That double wrist grab is kind of nice. Looks like Gabby's kind of following it up with her own. Yep, good post to a double. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, keep that elbow down. So, folks, yell at her to keep that left elbow down. We don't want to see her get whipped over. That would not be good. Here comes that front head again. Oh.
Gonna give up 2 here, potentially. Nothing yet from the ref.
Looking at a cow catcher attempt.
And there's gonna be that takedown. Gabby is now down 5-0. About 45 seconds left here in the second period. Leg lace attempt here from Veronica Green.
It appears she's toe slips out. Hot dog. Oh, that headbutt was not well liked and was returned in full force. Love to see it. There it is. There, yeah, grab that right foot.
Both wrestlers here trying to fight for inside control. With 15 seconds left, we got to see Gabby start to sprint here and look feet to back. Front headlock position. We're going upper body.
Kind of double over. Oh, we hit a knee. Still got an arm. Looked like we were maybe going for a fireman's attempt there. Hey, we love to see it, though. And that is our first match of the evening at 103.
Number 20, Veronica Green, is going to get a win over Gabriela Cedino.
Good match from the true freshman from both schools.
At 110 here, we're going to have Kinsey Rogers wrestling for CMU, number 13th ranked Tony Avellino.
Immediate sweep attempt. Baker back to that front head position. Kind of chasing that right hamstring of Tony. Sits down, locks her hands. Yep, that's exactly.
Nice.
You want to lock on that opposite side of hamstring. Here comes a mean crossface. Now keep dragging. Yeah, drag your right hip. No. Okay. It'll happen. There you go. Yep, good job.
That's going to be the first points on the board for CMU.
Now, Tony did a good job of resetting her hips, kind of working on a leg lace here.
She's got it locked up here.
Here we go. Big turn. Boom. There's 2. Kind of loses the lace. Kind of still has it. Gets a Turk position going. Those Turks can be lethal in freestyle. Going ahead and big crossface, and you're going to get another 2 out of her. Oh, lost the Turk.
Leg slips out here, and we're going back to neutral.
But we are 4-0 in favor of the Eagles.
Hand fighting here. Got a 2-on-1 from Tony here. Right to that sweep single. She doubles off, and we've got another takedown.
Yes, sir. It appears we are going back to that leg lace. I've seen these people drill it a lot. I think they're fans. Here we go. Yes, the leg lace is a move that Coach Prescott has kind of, for lack of a better term, beaten into the skulls of his wrestlers. And I've seen them work it a lot. It seems like they do a really good job on their progression scheme of getting to those legs, getting them crossed and getting them flipped over.
Absolutely. Very effective for quick points, as you want those tech falls quickly in freestyle.
Big snap.
Front headlock here.
Chases, grabs that hamstring, doubles off. Great transition. That was actually really good. Good job, Tony.
Absolutely.
Big 2 there. Again, back in that Turk position. Tony, you need to woo your... we lost the leg. It's all right.
She's going to go for that leg lace. Shelves the leg to bring it over. And we're back to neutral. Elbow pass attempt. Another sweep. Just going to go right back to it.
Peeks the head, dumps her over. Quick cut back. Oh, you can't do that, sir. You're supposed to let them finish the match. It appears we might have a newer referee in the stadium, and that's okay.
And Tony gets the win here, number 13 over Kinsey Rogers from Baker.
Getting the Eagles their first win of the night in dominant fashion. Our score is now 4-3 in favor of the Eagles.
At 117 here for the Eagles, we've got number 17 ranked Victoria Nunez, sorry.
Nice fakes. Now that is something you will see a lot of out of Victoria, some good fakes. Right to that double.
Nice double leg, straight to a pancake.
This may be over quick, folks. It is, in fact.
Victoria gets the fall here.
In 16 seconds, the Eagles have gotten a fall.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, at 124 pounds for Baker, Zoe Freeman. And for Central Methodist, 18th ranked Allison Hines.
For the Eagles, we're going to have number 18, Allison Hines. And for the Wildcats, Zoe Freeman will get the nod here.
Now, Zoe Freeman is a freshman out of Bristow, Oklahoma, while Allison is a senior from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. So we have the Oklahomans going at it tonight.
In Missouri.
In Missouri, of all places. Big sweep attempt here from Allison. Kind of comes up to that little short underhook position. Now works her way back up to her feet. Clears ties. Now, you'll notice Allison kind of get to that little like elbow / over tie hang on that right side. She's looking to kind of draw that other girl in with like a heavy left foot plant because she kind of loves that right side sweep. It's not even really a sweep. It's more of just a head straight. Yep, right there. And some may call it a low single, but the cool part about Allison here is she can either finish with her head up against the knee or rotate out. It's kind of up to her choice. Right now she went for that head inside finish. Did not pan out, but she's coming back up to her feet. Gets hands on head. Big collar tie. Kind of pushes her over. Looks like she's chasing ankle. Spreading that base to the other girl. Yep, crossface, just like that. And peel at the hands. Yep, elbow's always a good choice here. Keep ripping at the elbow. Keep circling. You're fine.
Quarter here. Try to push that head away.
There you go.
We're going to be back to neutral.
Good progression scheme on both wrestlers there. It was good to see them. You know, we went through about 7 or 8 different positions in, what was it, 40 seconds? So a lot of good wrestling out of these two. Good work.
Allison has that over tie. We're going to have some stoppage here. Looks like action for red.
Oh, another deep shot from Allison there. Kind of trying to lock up high. Oh, sweep attempt for Baker. Oh, kind of turns it into a dump. Has that elbow. Barbie needs to kind of whiz her across. Like, this is the weirdest defense ever, but you kind of take your hand, you put it on the outside of the opposite leg. There you go. She's doing it. Yep, keep going. There you go. Exactly. I don't know why it works, but it does. There you go. Way to peel that hand off your leg. Good job. We're back to our feet here. Good wrestling, folks.
Almost a minute 5 left here in the first period. No score. Another attempt by Freeman.
She's again looking for that dump, but Barbie's pretty squared away. The trick will be don't circle your hips right because then you load up the dump again. Yep, she's driving into her. There you go. Breaks that arm off of her. Be careful with that. She can do exactly that. And then go back to your front head. Buddy, let them wrestle. That is action. That is literally action. All right, whatever. Sorry, folks. There you go. More hand fighting.
Another attempt by Freeman here. Hines has a belly whizzer. He's going to keep scooting to her right. And we're back to our feet here. 15 seconds left here in the first period. The intermission will be good for Coach Prescott for the Eagles to help Hines make some adjustments here and hopefully allow her front headlock to score.
Yeah, it's interesting. You're seeing a lot of good whizzer defense out of this Baker girl. And what I'm noticing is when Allison's shooting, she's kind of leaving her hips behind and getting that right arm extended, and then she's coming up to that short hook. And then eventually when she clears front head, that Baker girl is looking to kind of get that tricep. Sorry, I need to stop calling her Baker girl. Miss Zoe Freeman is attempting to grab that trap hook and going ahead and go for that crossbody fireman's, which Allison is then ultimately able to defend. So we got kind of at a stalemate here offensively. What do you think is going to be the game change in terms of game plan? Another sweep attempt.
I believe Hines needs to get back to that shot attempt you were talking about, that low single sweep, and maybe try to finish into the knee rather than going back around. Show Freeman something different here and in an attempt to score.
I like it.
And there it is.
There it is, right as you were saying, sir. Peeling at that foot.
And
Man.
she's going right into it.
And exactly got her the takedown, and we're going to get 2 for that. Good call by Gavin Schausch.
And we're back to our feet here.
Then that, folks, is Garine Gibson in the crowd leading the chant. Garine has been sidelined this season with a ACL injury from last year. Always the hype man, Mr. G. Always
Absolutely.
the hype man.
Excited to have him back next year.
You know it.
Brings a different level of energy to the room as we have a shot attempt from Freeman.
There it is. Now, Allison, as soon as Allison can get that arm kind of broke free, she needs to slap the mat and slide that elbow out. We might just stalemate here. I'm not sure. Yep, appears so.
Just under 2 minutes here left in the second. I think we're going to see one of these girls get frustrated here pretty soon. I think whoever stays the most calm and composed is probably going to win this match.
Got another sweep there. I agree with your assessment, though. I really do. Attacking that ankle, kind of straightening that leg out. Now,
She goes.
Allison needs to be careful here and drive across quickly, because otherwise, nope, no, don't run your hips in. Don't do that, please. Get your head underneath her leg. Get your head underneath her leg.
She hooks that ankle of Hines. Freeman
Oh,
does.
phew, Baker let go. We're good. All right, go ahead, double off. Yep, double off. All right. No. Square your hips back up. So, oh, Baker got behind. No bias. Good job by Ms. Zoe Freeman there to kind of square her hips up and overcome that left arm of Allison there. Kind of nervous about a little crotch lift attempt there. I was like, oh, don't roll her through. Looks like Barbie may have hurt something. Not really sure what. Impressive wrestling there, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, these two wrestlers have just gotten in so many different positions that it's really good to see both wrestlers, like you talked about, just at a stalemate offensively, both looking for to adapt to score here.
And not even from a lack of trying either. I mean, I think we've seen a good 8 to 10 shot attempts that were in deep, resulting in scrambles. It appears that Allison's left knee might be giving her some trouble. Sometimes that'll happen. The position she was in, it looks like she's able to put weight on it. It's buckling a little bit. She's got to start out in parterre because that's the position they ended in. Pretty good on parterre defenses, Allison, so that'll probably result in about a 10-second exchange, and then they're going to back up to their feet. Finish out the match.
Freeman's looking leg lace here. Allison's defending well, and we're back to our feet. Allison with that over tie, and she switches to a 2-on-1 here, clears it out. Back to the over tie here.
She's circling. I like the kind of fishtail motion she's got where she's windshield wipering back and forth. Yep, good shot.
She's got that head to the outside.
Barbie, do not let go of that leg. You have got 15 seconds there. Do not let go of that leg.
She gets back to her base here. She's holding on.
Come on. Allison, get your head on the inside of her knee. Yep, there you go. Keep it there. Do not bring
5
your head
seconds.
out. There you go. Drive through, double off, double off, double off, double off. There we go. Phew.
Time.
What a close exchange there at the end.
Absolutely.
These wrestlers giving me gray hairs.
And number 18, Allison Hines, gets the win for the Eagles over Zoe Freeman from Baker.
Great match out of these two.
And for our next matchup, at 131 pounds, we're going to have Zoe Kessler. And for the CMU Eagles, we're going to have Berlin Kiddo.
It's pretty interesting. We got a pretty young lineup out of the Baker Wildcats. We have only 2 upperclassmen out of the whole lineup. So a lot of young guns out here trying to look to get a name for themselves, which is always good to see out of a school. And we got a massive head and arm attempt from Berlin. Ruled a slip. You know, Gavin, I'm not a big fan of slips rules. I'm not.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see you go from watching folk style where, unfortunately, Berlin would have been punished for throwing that headlock and in technicality slipping off. But in freestyle, we're back up to our feet, and Berlin's going to make quick work. No two yet.
Takedown. Big crossface. Kind of ripping at that inside elbow. There we go. Well, ruled the takedown, but still kind of, there we go. Okay, it's locked up now. Looks like we're looking for a chicken wing. Baker brings her right shoulder to the ground.
Berlin looked for a jump side half there as she has that barred up. That's going to be tough to defend for Kessler.
Not gonna lie, Baker's doing a pretty good job, though. Hustles back to the center. You'll love to see it.
Absolutely.
And we're off again. Berlin up 2-0.
Kessler digging that underhook. Berlin appears to be comfortable with that overhook that she has there.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like Kessler really wants to be in that underhook at all. She kind of is like, I don't know, not really digging it in. She's kind of like, yeah, I don't want my arm there. And that's okay. Sometimes you get positions you're just not comfortable with, and it appears that might be one of them. There you go. Kind of in that over-under position we are. Let's see what they got from here. A little bit of back and forth, driving. Again, Kessler trying to kind of escape that underhook. It looks like that's more Berlin's arm than Kessler's underhook.
Yep,
Oh.
and a shot.
Oh, and she nailed her skull on the ground.
Kessler's tough.
Kessler didn't care.
She's not even going to talk to the trainer.
It looked like at the very end she might have had the idea to kind of flex her neck, keep herself from the worst of that damage. Oh, Berlin does not have any mercy.
And CMU's going to get a fall here.
That's a wildly quick pin. I'm not even going to lie, folks, but that was a good move. It was a good sequence of events that led to it, but a very rapid pin combo there. Good job out of both wrestlers. We'd love to see the 5 from Berlin, and love to see the heart and effort out of Kessler.
Absolutely. That's going to bring our team score for your CMU Eagles 17 and for the Baker Wildcats 4. At 138 pounds, we're going to have Jade Martin from the Baker Wildcats, and for your CMU Eagles, number 11, Lillian Gao.
I love this song.
Definitely a good walkout song.
Kind of goes hard in the paint.
Absolutely. Lily pushing that pace, really trying to dig that underhook. Heavy on the head here. And we're out. Should be a step out. 1 point, Lily.
Yeah, Lily's kind of got that give me your lunch money style and attitude, especially when she's feeling confident. Really working that right-hand collar tie. You can tell there's a bit of a strength difference here because Lily feels pretty comfortable. She's almost standing straight up and down. Quick slide by attempt to a chin whip. Yeah, folks, we're going to love that because that's 4 points.
Absolutely.
And the crowd goes kind of crazy. Here's that patented gut attempt.
It's going to bring the score 5-0 for Lily. And the ref's going to bring us back to our feet.
Lily with a couple leg shakes to get it back up. And we're off to the races. Jade Martin, a junior from West Plains, Missouri. Gotta love West Plains. Fun part of the state. Grew up there myself a little bit. And we're back to an underhook. Goes to a knee pick. Ooh,
big throw for Jade Martin.
Kick over. We're calling that out of bounds after 4. We're almost tied up here, Gav. We got 2 4-point moves. We got a 1-pointer as well for Lily, so it's a 5-4 match.
Yeah, Lily's just got to watch herself, make sure she's putting on good pressure and pressure that's going to score and not necessarily pressure that's going to get her scored on.
Yeah, it felt like she got a little overzealous, like one too many steps.
Absolutely.
Kind of led to that downfall on that wizard kick. Would love to see a sweep attempt here. I mean, that left leg is just presenting its. You see it? Oh man, it's just presenting itself as a good option. Yep, one big
Nice
snap would
snap.
be good. Yep, come on now.
Lily's staying low. Both wrestlers were kind of standing straight up in that last exchange. And both have kind of adapted to a lower stance.
Oh, head and arm attempt. Oh, either a punishment, body lock. Yep. Oh my God!
And you talked about the luck of a suplex, and we got it there.
Insane.
Not quite 5 points. They're going to give her 4, and that's going to bring the score to 9-4 for Lily.
I would have dislocated my back trying to do that. Oh, that was impressive. That was good.
You have to be athletic for that, for sure.
Lily with a couple deep breaths, gets back up to her feet. That was a dangerous head and arm moment there, Gav. I'm
Absolutely.
not going to lie. You kind of saw some savviness from Lily there, having to drop her hips under. That's, head and arm can end a match. So good recovery from her, good effort from Jade. And
slide by attempt from Martin here.
kind of working that 2-on-1.
Elbow pass. We're back to our lower stances here.
Good work from both girls as we end the first period.
Cam, if you're Coach Prescott here, what do you tell Lily going into the second period?
I'm impressed with the athletic performance we put on so far, but what I'd really like to see is getting on those legs. You know, I do think that pressure in the right place will break someone, and I'm noticing with this Jade Martin girl, she tends to leave that left foot forward, and I feel like we capitalize on that. We can really turn up some points. Lily's great on top, and we get to that gut series, I see the match being over.
Absolutely.
I would like to warn her with some of those upper body exchanges. We've been very fortunate to win those, but you got to be a little cautious. I'm seeing those hips kind of get caught behind, and that can lead to an unfortunate ending that we really don't want here. So.
Absolutely.
Also, grab that mask and pull it over her eyes, because that works. You know, I'm just saying. But
Cam
I'm just
Gorman,
playing,
folks. Cam Gorman.
And second period underway. Here we go, kind of looking for that pinch headlock. Good throw by attempt, negated by Lily. Yep, and so
good pass by attempt.
We're seeing those pass by attempts come when Lily kind of drops her head underneath her collar tie arm. That kind of gives someone that leeway there. So you want to keep your head and your arm kind of together, and that'll help negate some of those. So, yep, punish that. Body lock attempt. Kind of plants her under her back, gets the legs tied up.
Oh, we're going to call a slip.
Odd call. Yep, go get him. Go get him, Tim. Go get him, Coach Prescott. Yep, go talk to him. Now, you're going to see Coach Prescott get pretty mad about this one, and that's because that should probably be 4 points in favor of Lily. But he's going to get – it looks like he got turned down on his call out. I don't like that slip rule, Gavin. I really don't.
Yeah. It could be helpful and harmful.
We're back neutral here, folks. We'll see what's going down.
Lily continues staying low, but Jade Martin digging that
another big
lefty headlock.
Oh, uncomfy. Four points here. Now, you can't really roll through in freestyle, guys. You got to be really careful because if your back touches even for a second, especially with this ref. Yep, there you go. Come on. That's how you got to do it. You got to bridge over your own skull, which requires a lot of strength.
And
she
gets
slipped the head and arm. That is crucial, ladies and gentlemen. That is crucial. We're up 10-8.
Viewers that have never wrestled, that takes a lot of determination and just pure strength and athleticism to overcome that.
You got to get a little mad. That's
Absolutely.
when you bite your bottom lip, you look your mom in your eye, and you go, watch this. It's one of those moments.
Absolutely.
Love to see the effort out of these two. I mean, they're really working hard here. It's been a truly back-and-forth battle.
Exciting matchup.
I'm not really sure what's happening here. It looks like we might be calling a timeout. Oh, I think Lily is on trainer time. I'm not really sure. Maybe I don't know if she has asthma or not. It kind of looks like an asthma attack. Can't really tell. We're in tripod position for medicinal terms. Now we're touching the ground. Coach Prescott whispering some words of encouragement here.
Ken, what has impressed you so far about the Eagles squad as we're just about halfway through this duel?
Well, I've noticed a lot of assertiveness on the mat. I'll say that. You know, I think of Allison's match. I think of Victoria's match. Honestly, I think of Tony's match. We just stay on them, you know, and that's always good to see. Sometimes you get into pressure matches and you kind of see your kiddos fall back and not really assert themselves on the mat and kind of get worried about winning. And I haven't seen anybody really worried about winning. They're just out here to kind of punish everybody else for being on the mat with them. That's kind of what you want to see out of your squad.
Absolutely.
Oh, watch out for that hood arm again. Now, one thing that could change the difference of this is pulling with that underhook. There we go. Bury your head on that shoulder. Pull the underhook. Stop leaning like we are currently. Stop doing that. Stop it.
Lily goes for throat block to a snap.
Oh,
another pass by attempt.
That's why you don't lean. Yep, there it comes. Ooh, that was a skull hitting the ground. Good job by Lily to kind of cartwheel over.
And we're back to neutral. 40 seconds left in the second period. And honestly, Cam, that seems like a sprint that you would think 15 seconds would be left on the clock.
Literally. I mean, it's been explosion after explosion. Who would have guessed? I mean, seriously. These two young ladies have tried to throw each other all the way to Timbuktu. So let's see. I think a leg attack may decide it. I'm going to be honest.
There we are.
And it could be a bad one. Like right now, we got working for head. Don't ever. Yep, there you go. Don't peek your head. Yep. Don't bury your head. Throw her by. I told you not to peek your head. Oh man.
It's going to be 10-10.
Now this ref, he needs to hurry up and call it a stalemate here. I don't know who the points favor in terms of criteria right now, folks. They both scored a lot of 4-point moves. That might be the end of the match. I'm not sure.
We're going to take a look here. It looks like the Baker girl, Jade Martin, is going to get the upset here with more 4-point moves than Lily. And that's the unfortunate part about freestyle. You don't really get an overtime period. And it is going to bring the score to the CMU 18, Baker Wildcats 7.
That was a good match out of us, folks. I mean, you love to see two athletes kind of go at it like that. A lot of hard work and determination goes into these matches, and to see it kind of get displayed for us here live, in person, and even for our viewers at home is awesome.
Absolutely. And that's going to bring up 145 pounds. We have number 15th ranked in the country, McKenna Holtum out of Baker. And for your CMU Eagles, Mina Himmel.
Now, Mina is kind of just that. She is a little bit mean, and we like to see when she gets out on the mat and kind of abuses people, so to speak. She got a really good little kind of not like a straight-on head inside single, kind of drives up to her feet, circles that corner, is able to get those takedowns.
Looks like we've got some difficulties with track at the head table here as we get that sorted out. Now would be a great time to introduce the coaching staff for the Baker Wildcats. They are coached by head coach Kit Harris and assisted by Jimmy May and Victor Hughes. Your Eagles are coached by head coach Tim Prescott, which we've mentioned a couple times, Andrea Montoya, and G.A. Christian Knighton.
We've also got our honorary captain hanging out there somewhere in the crowd, Mr. Ronan Prescott. He's a force out there, man. It's good to see him out again. He's been hanging out on the sides, kind of watching practices, watching these young ladies turn into powerful young women, and we love to see him supporting us tonight.
Absolutely. And he does just as much office work with his dad, Tim, in the office.
Man, does he log some hours.
He does. We love to see it. We love to see it.
And we're at it now, folks. Lots of aggressive hand fighting. Looks like we're working to a 2-on-1 here. Mina's getting head position. There you go. Good job. Clears it. Yep, it appears that Miss Crosland really likes that right side wrist control on her right side. Mina with that kind of head inside shot. Yep, just trying to circle to it. You got to be careful doing that. It'll kind of weaken your shoulder. If you're going to peek your head like that, that's fine. Just don't get the underhook. There you go. Good job by Mina. She's clearing that underhook before it gets in.
We saw a straight-on double attempt, but she switches single. You'd like to see her kind of run her feet through that double and maybe take the Wildcat off of her feet. I've noticed the Baker wrestlers, they really like that double wrist control.
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting hand fighting scheme they have, is working those 2-on-1s and using those wrist ties to kind of frustrate their opponents. Mina with a good job. Now clear to that underhook. I've noticed, Gav, across the board, people get impatient trying to clear those 2-on-1s. When you get your head in the side of someone's ear like that, don't stop. Yeah. Don't let go of that. Keep it there and then start pulling that elbow back. A lot of times I see us, we'll get our hand there, which is the hardest part, and then we will continue to try to peel a top hand. And I'm like, don't do that. Oh, yeah. Good front head work out of Mina. Circling behind, kind of bouncing her face off the mat, using that patented meanness. And we get our 2. Good effort out of the true freshman. Two true freshmen. Again with the battle of the freshmen and a big gut attempt here. Almost went good.
Haltom does a good job of defending here.
Both wrestlers kind of working that wrist control. Now, if Mina wanted to, she can take that left hand of hers, reach across, grab it, drag. There it is. Come on. Yep. Just grab it with your right hand.
Fighting inside collar for Himmel.
Yep, there it is. Now drag it across. All right. Well, go to your own tone. Yes!
Nice
Thank
shot
you.
from Mina.
It's like she could hear me, folks. And there she goes. Come on. No, bury
She's
your head
gotta
down. Go,
continue
drop
working.
your hips. There you go. Slide your arms under. Drive your head and your shoulder into her. Don't call this a stalemate, ref. Don't do it. All right, give her a second. Let her work at the knee. Come on, man. All right, good work there.
In that position, you really like to see her come outside shelf, bring that leg up in the air, and keep wrestling here. But we're going to go back to our feet. No score.
Good collar tie. Good to that underhook. Yep, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Good knee pick attempt. That's all right. Drop your hips. Don't reach up around the waist. Good job. Way to duck under that. That's excellent wrestling there, folks. It can be tempting to kind of try to latch on and then get whipped over. And that finishes out the period, and that is a very critical takedown. 4-0 is a good lead to start the match.
Absolutely.
Now, Gavin, what advice do you have for these young ladies out there tonight?
I mean, both of these wrestlers they're looking to score. We saw Haltom almost get to that big exchange. She went for a throw, kind of like a hip toss almost. And so if I'm Prescott, I'm not really wearing Himmel, but maybe just warning her like, hey, let's finish our shots quicker, prevent that big move.
Especially with the recency of the last match still on our minds.
Absolutely.
We saw a couple big moves pay off big there.
Absolutely.
All right, we're back to it. Lots of hand fighting to start the period.
Drag attempt. Well defended by Haltom. Big right hand club from the Baker.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know what those hand signals were.
Yeah, I'm not too sure there.
We're back to it, though. That's all that matters.
No points were awarded.
It looked like a verbal warning of sorts. Good post. Yes, way to get to that front head. Now, clear that arm. Now, Baker's doing a great job of squaring up here. Yep. Get a snap, reset, chase that hamstring. Good job.
There it is.
Now, keep circling.
She can pull that ankle.
Yep.
She gets to the far ankle.
Bounce your arm. Bounce your arm. Yep, just like that. Bounce it again. Bounce your arm again. There we go. We got 2 on the board there from Mina Himmel. Baker's hanging on for dear life.
Baker coach a bit frustrated with that call as he believes nothing really changed from before and after. Talking to the ref. They're not going to go to the head table, and we're back on our feet. Himmel with a deep underhook. Now we're in an over-under here.
Looks like we might be looking for one of those kind of lat drop attempts from double overs. Yep, she's kind of loading her up. Be careful there, Mina. Stay low. Keep your hips low.
You know, I think both teams has really done a good job of wrestling in the center. We've only had one step-out call, which really you don't see too much in freestyle. You typically see a lot of out-of-bounds, step-out calls. And even in folk style, you see a lot of stall calls. But both teams have done a great job of trying to control the center, keep the wrestling and action in the center.
It's pretty impressive to see the way the sport has developed so quickly. I mean, you've seen a lot of aggressiveness out of these young wrestlers, and it's pretty impressive. I mean, women's wrestling wasn't even a sport a couple years ago, and now it's kind of taken off and it's pretty awesome to watch. So
Absolutely.
kudos to these young ladies for representing their sport very well.
Absolutely.
Great match. We've got 30 seconds left here, guys. Mina Heimel is up 6-0.
And Haltom, I believe, is going to start looking for that throw. She's already dug a couple of deep underhooks.
Mina with a nice sweep to a double. Needs to get her head popped up, but Crosland doing a great job of kind of dropping her head down between her legs. Kind of in that same position we saw earlier with Mina. We got Mina hanging on. Be interesting to see how the point system goes. Looks like she's trying to kind of circle over, and that'll end our period for us, folks, for a final match score of 6-0 going to Mina.
And that's going to bring the team score CMU Eagles 21, Baker Wildcats 7. And that's going to bring up at 160 pounds for Baker, Liz Cope, and for your CMU Eagles, Emma Cole.
Interesting walkout song choice, but I'm here for it.
Country can get you fired up.
It can. Has the potential.
Hard hand fight as we come out. Underhook here by Cope. She clears out of it.
Oh, fireman's attempt. Sitting to that hip. Now, if she'll reach over the top of that arm, Emma Cole can, sit her hips out just like that. Oh, and she redoubles off on it. Yep.
Keep running her feet. Yep, good
That's
job.
called rolling those dice twice. Here we go with a big takedown for Emma Cole. I'm working like a power half position. Needs, progress the elbow. No turn here. Good work.
We're going back to our feet here.
Underhook. Oh my gosh. I'm lost for words right now. Another fireman's, this time from Baker, resulted in a 4-point move due to the fact that kind of dipped under Emma, flipped her over the top without Emma ever hitting the ground first. So that would be considered a feet-back move. Excellent job from both young ladies. We got past a minute and a half here in the first period. Score is 4-2 in favor of Baker.
Slide by attempt.
There's our friendly neighborhood, Brian Gibson, leading us up with another cheer.
Absolutely.
Appears we may have had a slight eye, nose, face gouge. It'll happen.
Just going to take the mask off.
Back to it again with the hand fight.
Outside shot attempt for Emma Cole. She's going to switch off to the other leg, and she's going to get her takedown. That's going to bring the score 4-4 with 20 seconds left in the first period. And we're going to see how long the ref's going to let her work for a turn. And he's going to bring them up to their feet with 15 seconds left. Cam, you really love to see the end of the period scores. Not as much in freestyle, but still gives them something to think about in the intermission.
Well, it's just it changes the landscape of the match. You know, we went from a 2-point lead, and now technically, folks, Baker is still in the lead here because she had a 4-point move versus Emma Cole's 2 2-point moves, resulting in an advantage as far as the criteria is concerned. But, I mean, you love to see it, Gav, because it changes the landscape of the match. It gives you the sense that, hey, we're still in this.
Absolutely.
We're not done. We're coming back. Just you wait.
Absolutely.
That's kind of the vibe. So, love to see it. And it also, not taking that break towards the end of that period, It's a commitment to excellence that we like to see.
Definitely.
Out of our young wrestlers. Lots of frenetic, I believe is the word, hand fighting here to start the period. Both girls kind of looking for that front head 2-on-1 combo. We just saw 2 2-on-1s go down simultaneously. Love it. Big clubs here. Yeah, there it is. Be careful with that driving in. Ay, don't shoot that. Way to get back to your feet.
Comes back
Good
up.
job. Love to see a big righty club and then to hit that fireman. Get her right leg forward before you shoot it. Hit her in the head with your right hand. Pull her into you. Then shoot there we go. Okay. Baker clears out. Nicole kind of working hard here. I mean, and she has to. She does need to push the pace. But she does have 2 minutes left, so.
Absolutely.
She's got time. Oh,
yeah.
That was aggressive. Love to see it. Yep, pop your hips back out. Pop.
She's got that ankle. That Haltom has that ankle.
It's okay. A bit of a circle. Yep, she reached over. Go.
Yep.
There you go.
And she does.
Back to a 2-on-1. Yeah, back to a 2-on-1 position now. Hey, keep circling. Get your hips over hers. Get your hips over. No, go right. Oh, my gosh. No. Oh, don't drop your hips. No. All right. It'll happen, folks.
We're going to give up 2 here. 4-6 is the score.
Good effort out of Baker there. I mean, she did a good job. That's a weird position to recover from. It's not very common, and it's kind of something unique that happens in those fireman situations. So good mat wrestling on Baker's part. Big sweep attempt. Still got a little fight left in this, Gav. Kind of got to get her hands locked, kind of stepping up.
Yep, keep working up. Keep working up. Don't
see the CMU team getting up to their feet, cheering her on. Baker kind of circling around. Doing a good job, ripping at those hands. Oh, not the left elbow, please.
Nothing yet here.
Good job.
And we're going to bring it back up to our feet.
Good job by both young women. That's a good match right there. This is very reminiscent of that earlier 138 match between Lily and Jade Martin. Yes.
Absolutely.
It's good to see some back and forth action here.
40 seconds left. Look for Emma Cole to start sprinting here.
And, folks, it'll require at least 2 takedowns because of that 4-point move deficit, or at least 1 4-pointer. In danger here. Kind of need to get our hips circled out. Yep, good job. Good recovery. Do not let go of that leg.
We're back into that same position we were earlier.
Yeah, and that's tough, folks. I mean, Baker's got her leg trapped with both of hers. Hanging on. She's going to get 2 here. Kind of need to bail on the leg now. It looks like her hands might be stuck.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the period. And that's going to be a win for Liz Cope and the Wildcats. Bringing your score, CMU Eagles 22, Baker Wildcats 10. Next up for the night at 180 pounds for Baker, number 16 in the country, Jacqueline Daly. And for CMU, it's going to be Grace Timmons getting the nod.
I do not know what that song was, Gavin.
I'm not too sure either. My headphones were kind of in the way there for that one. Kind of quiet.
All right, little bit of hand fighting starting off the period. Okay, I like going for that kind of tricep hook grab that she's going for. It's a little bit different than that standard inside tie because you kind of like cup it like you're holding the water cup rather than like reaching over like you're running some bikes. There you go, good fakes.
Timmons does a good job of faking here, really keeping Daly on her toes. Shot attempt.
Looks like Daly kind of pulling Timmons forward, goes right to that inside leg. Timmons with a nice little overhook clear, gets her out of that position, back to standing.
Left-handed collar tie. Another 2-on-1 attempt for Baker here, but Grace Timmons with that right. Oh, nice shot attempt. She's going to look to dump her and hop her hips over. Daly does a great job of defending, and Timmons is going to pick that leg up.
This is an awkward position to try to finish in. I would use my right leg, not quite like that. Ow. I would use my right leg to try to kind of kick her back.
No score yet here. And we're going back to our feet here. That was a great little exchange by both wrestlers. Timmons, I expect her to get on more of those leg attacks and potentially finish. Another deep right-hand underhook for Grace Timmons. She does a great job of keeping head position as they clear out.
Looks like we got a minute left. Action warning red. I'm going to assume Baker's red.
I do believe so.
Control that underhook. Come on, Grace. Circle to your right.
Big snap.
Oh, gosh. Kind of a half shot there. Looked like she wasn't really fully ready to commit to it. She keeps going to that chin whip position. This is kind of what happens there, folks. You put your head down and your arm up, and you got to be careful or you're going to get branzed. Oh, man.
And that's going to be a fall for the Baker Wildcats.
Brings our
and
score
for
22-5.
Jacqueline Daly with the pin there. And our final bout of the night for women's freestyle is going to be at 207 pounds for Baker, number 19 in the country, Nevaeh Wardlow. And for CMU is going to be Christina Page.
This will be a big match for Christina. Going ahead, going up against a ranked opponent is always fun. You get a chance to kind of steal one of those allotments. Get yourself a better chance on going to that big national tournament.
Absolutely.
The two wrestlers square up.
Cam, in your time wrestling, did you enjoy conference duels in the second semester, or do you believe they would be better in the first semester?
You know, I'm a big tournament guy, Gav.
Absolutely.
I have noticed that it can be hard, though, while at tournaments to kind of get some of those. You know, it depends on your draw, man. Like, sometimes you just don't run into the guy at the best time of your day. You know, you get hurt early in the tournament, those kind of things. So I love myself a good couple of conference duels, especially if you're that unranked guy that kind of needs to get yourself up there. It's a good chance to kind of expose some people that maybe have been ducking you inadvertently and kind of get some of the respect you deserve. That's kind of my humble opinion.
Absolutely.
But I do also understand the opposite side of you don't really want your wrestler to lose that ranking.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I think the ranking should be bestowed as they are earned.
Absolutely.
That's my belief.
Absolutely.
What about you, Gav?
I don't mind second semester conference duels. Like you said, I do like tournaments. I just believe we're seeing more teams rest their starters as the second semester gets on and closer to that conference tournament. And you know, wrestling season is a long season, and so if you can rest a starter here or there, it could be crucial come conference tournament time if they're a little injured or cutting weight and having to make weight multiple times throughout the semester.
That's totally fair, too. You know, I've wrestled probably 50 matches every single year that I've wrestled in college, and I do notice kind of towards the end of them that I'm a little tired.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
I kind of want to take a couple more naps during the day than I normally do. So I would say that's pretty a normal moment there. But I also understand that not everybody is the same person. Oh, big shot attempt here. Sweet, kind of like a hand hit the mat, head inside single.
And good defense here by Paige. If
Yep.
she could give out one, absolutely. She just gives 1 point away.
Good job there. But I agree, it can be kind of risky, but you also don't want your starter to kind of get, rusty and
Yeah,
kind of lose that confidence.
absolutely.
I think it's all dependent on your kiddo, what's best for them. Gotta look out, if you like a guy that likes to wrestle a lot and you want to see him be successful, probably keep him in those duels.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you got a guy that's there and he knows he's pretty good, and he feels confident, he's ready to just test himself against the best, then save him for that conference and national tournament. It's up to that. I would guess the coach's discretion more there. So
Absolutely. And we see that with Baker's lineup tonight. A lot of young wrestlers, and you like to see that out of a team where they've got 3 or 4 more years to progress, and win that NAI national title.
of course, and you love seeing young wrestlers that are ranked pretty high. True freshmen that are getting allotments like that is pretty impressive, folks. You're going up against 4th-year seniors and having competitive matches like that. Awesome to see, and another head inside single here. Interesting to see. Oh, kind of those run the pipe. For those of you who understand wrestling terminology, for those of you that don't, she kind of sat her backwards. Looking for a lace here, Gav. I don't really like the look of it. It looks like it's pretty tight. Oh, my goodness.
And we're going to get brought up to our feet with 10 seconds left in the first period.
Yes, we are. That's crazy, folks. That's crazy. All right, we're back to our feet here. Lots of heavy, aggressive hand fighting working at 2-on-1.
And we're going to the intermission. Whew. For Coach Prescott, what advice do you give for Christina Page in this intermission?
I think here's the big thing is when you're in space, you got to stay in your stance. And we see as we get up to some of the higher weight classes that a lot of times that tendency to kind of relax and get lulled to sleep and come up out of your stance is tempting. So I would find a way to kind of mat check, put a hand on the mat every now and then we have space, because it looks like that's what this young lady from Baker is looking for, Miss Nevaeh. Kind of hits that same, kind of like that Carrie Colat shot, where you plant that hand, go for that leg. There it is again, running around really fast here. Yep, and she's doing a good job with her wizard defense, kind of grabbing that wrist, but the problem is that run the pipe is going to be there time and time again. That's a tough position to balance in.
Absolutely.
110%.
It's going to bring the score 6-0. And we're back up to our feet here. Last duel, Christina Page hit 2 arm spins, so look for that as time's ticking down. And there it is, an attempt. Oh.
Good effort out of the young wrestler there. We've got 2 minutes left, folks, and I think they gave her those points.
Another shot. Paige does a good job of stuffing that head.
Now, see, right there, I like that adjustment. So she kind of put that foot more on the outside of that leg. Yep. Now drop your hips down, wrap around the waist, and yes, square your hips up, run around, just like that.
Absolutely. And that's going to bring the score 6-7 here.
Folks, we've got ourselves a match. It isn't over until it's over.
This could be a huge win for Christina Page here. And she's working that half, digging a deep power half.
And you can feel it in the crowd there, Gavin. We got cheers coming out of nowhere. We got people lighting up in anticipation of this last minute and a half of the period. I mean, this is what it's all about. 2 determined young athletes here to find out who's better, fighting for every last ounce of points that's left on that board to be given. We got a 2-on-1 out of Baker, circling hard to the right. Christina's got a head position. Needs to be careful here. I see a possible cutback attempt to that right leg of Christina's.
She's going to peel that top hand and attempt to get free here. She needs to keep circling. And she frees the 2-on-1.
Seen a lot of those slide-by attempts from Baker. Another one. Kind of looks like she just is punching at that elbow joint.
And there it is again, another attempt. And they're not going to call that a slip there.
Unfortunate.
It's going to bring the score 6-9. About 35 seconds left here in the last period.
Baker's coach going ahead and giving some wise advice here in the terms of no throws. You know, it's kind of that age-old adage. You don't want to get tossed in the last 15 seconds of your match.
Absolutely.
It's very unfortunate. Christina kind of looking for a shot there. Oh, Baker slips right around behind her. Gets another 2. That brings our score to 11-6. We got about 5 seconds left in the period. And that'll bring us to the end of the duel.
That's going to bring your final score 23-18 and a dual win for your Eagles as they move on to become 4-3 on the season.
Hot dog. It appears we're going to have a couple exhibition matches here. One of those including Corinne McClure, who I believe is ranked for the Eagles currently.
Yep.
What is she, Gavin, you know?
I'm not sure. I can fact check that real quick.
They put that on here? I don't think so. I think Corinne's 18th right now. Corinne with a couple inside ties, a couple wrist control. Yep, nice drag there. Keep your head near your arm. There you go, back to that over tie.
Corinne is currently ranked 18th in the country.
You see me just recalling that?
Very impressive.
Got to know your athletes.
Absolutely.
There you go. Wrist control going on here. Ooh, nice
Shot
sweep attempt out of Baker. We got a talented little matchup going on here. Corinne with some feisty defense. Now, see, Gavin, see how she got that cross wrist control, though? That's not good. All right, well, that was very fortunate for us. Baker went ahead and conceded, just giving her the 1-point step out. Corinne with a nice attack.
She's going to switch over. Great job.
Reaps in a 2-pointer right there. Kind of working cradle, it looks like. Going back to barbed wire. Now, this is the interlude here. This position is tough. Everybody knows from their high school days, you get that barbed wire locked up.
Absolutely.
All you got to do is step your leg up and you're okay. It's weird, but it works. All right, we're back to our feet. Score is 2-1 here in favor of Corinne.
Both wrestlers, Corinne looking for that 2-on-1, and she really does have head position here.
Kind of controlling the center of the mat, honestly, there, Gav. I mean, driving through. She's got a really good 45-degree angle here. I'd love to see a pick on the Baker girl's left leg. She went inside leg. Might be able to admit a little too far.
Corinne comes out.
Nice straight on double.
Nice.
Drives through. That'll be a 2. It was almost 4. Confusing call there on the edge. Called us out of bounds.
Up fairly quickly.
Corinne looks angry. She's going back to that double. Swims around behind. Gavin, I think we might have worn the young Baker wrestler out.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on. Looks like we might be kind of in that weird barbed wire position again. Go back to our prying for that arm bar.
Corinne up now 6-1.
You see Christian Knight in there on the side, kind of stepping on the mat to give some words of encouragement.
Absolutely.
Nice little head inside shot there. Swims up, be careful. Shelf it first, sit her back, good job.
It's going to bring the score to 8-1.
That was a really good sequence right there, folks.
And another 2.
Getting another turn there. Shooting that sweep, coming up to that underhook, snatch that inside leg, sitting her back. That's high-level wrestling.
She's looking fall here, and we're called up. 10-1 with 33 seconds left in the first period, and Corinne looks motivated to get at least one more takedown here quickly before the first period ends. Using those fakes.
Ooh, nice
drag.
slide by. Kind of looks like we're going, sweep to the right. Let's see if she brings it back for another double.
She's going to push her out for the tech.
And that will be the tech of the match, folks. You'd love to see the respect there at the end. I mean, 2 fierce competitors.
Absolutely.
Initially was kind of pretty even, but as my old buddy Jeremiah used to say from high school, everybody can be good for 1 minute.
Absolutely.
Can they be good for 6 is yet to be seen. And that's our duel, folks. Good work from our Central Methodist Eagles and good wrestling from the Baker Wildcats. awesome duel from two very young, powerful teams.
Absolutely. Yeah, both teams are fairly young. CMU Eagles with only a couple upperclassmen in the lineup tonight, so both exciting futures for both of these programs as we look forward to their duels in the
Sir,
future.
definitely brings a lot of powerhouse to the conference. I think this is one of the tougher conferences in the country, especially on the women's side.
Absolutely.
Very stacked at pretty much every single school. And we're going to be back with a short intermission there.